There's the Swift for Arduino blog, and here's another example of how you can use a bench power supply for kind of fun little tricks and test some useful things really. So here I've got a bunch of LEDs that I got from like a discount bin, and I'd like to test them. It's kind of a nuisance to set up a test circuit with a resistor and stuff. I'm not sure you can do it, but yeah, a bit of a nuisance. It would be kind of nice to just like put a battery across them. Obviously that risks blowing the LEDs, but the point with a bench power supply is that you can limit either voltage or current, or both in fact. So what I've done here is, if I press the review button on this, you can see that I've set the maximum voltage around 4 volts, something like that, because an LED, I don't know about LEDs, what these exact specs are on these LEDs, because I got them from a whole bunch of throwaways, but the voltage drop is going to be like between 1.5 volts and 3.5 or 3 1/3 volts maximum. So if you set it at 4 volts, that should give enough power to light any LED. And typically I think like 20 milliamps is probably the upper limit of the current that you want flowing through. So normally you'd set up a resistor to do this, but actually you can just limit it here. So I've turned down the constant current, so the limiting current, and so there's like a minimum, depending on your power supply, there's a minimum that it'll go down to. Here it's 5 milliamps, 6 milliamps, which isn't much. And then I've just literally put the LED straight in there with the clips. The clips on, obviously you've got to watch the polarity because it's like all diodes, it only goes one way round. But you can see that it doesn't need a resistor or anything. Turn it on, bam, it's working. And you can test a bunch of LEDs here. I can just put them in one at a time and see what they're all like. And all of them are going to be safe because the current is limited here. I could pop it up a tiny bit on this power supply. I think if I go even one notch, yeah, that's straight up to 30 milliamps, which is quite high, so I probably won't run it that high just because that could strain the LED a little bit. But yeah, another use for a bench power supply. There's the Swift for Arduino blog. Go to www.swiftforarduino.com and revolutionize the way you write microcontroller code today.